business owners, you need to come to the bank with some type of skin in the game, meaning collateral when approaching the banker for a loan to promote or start your business.
Pretty much. I mean, it just depends. I mean, you can get some small, maybe. It just depends. But like I say, it's relationships too. Because like I
Okay.
say, if you just come in off the street, and I may know you, hey, I know you, but you don't bank with me.
Today on the Business Fast Track podcast, we have a young man that many of you know. We are thankful to have him today on the podcast. Some of you know this gentleman for being a coach on the basketball court, whether it's on the high school side or the collegiate side. You see him passionately in the ref space or pushing his team members to be better at what they're doing on the court. And some of you know this man for being a financial advisor, your banker, and all of the things financial, whether he's helping you build your credit or telling you what you need to do to help repair that credit. But nonetheless, we are thankful to have Mr. Chip Ashford here on the podcast with us today. Chip, thank you for coming on.
I appreciate it. I don't know who you talking about. Listen, and I don't know who Mr. is, but I appreciate the opportunity to get on here and chop it up with you today.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate
that.
that.
And we're thankful to have you, brother.
Yes, sir.
So, Chip, let's get right into it, man.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what got you into the financial industry, and what are some of the things that you enjoy about being in the business of finance?
Well, I guess it's not a long story, but I went to college as an architect, but somewhere or another, I found out I couldn't draw, and and just so happened, like I say, about I guess I've been in the banking business for about, I hate to tell my age, but about 25 years now, and just knowing some good people to help me get in the door.
Okay.
And it just kind of blossomed from there. And I mean, I really enjoy the thing about it. I really enjoy trying to help people.
Okay.
So, that's my main, not my main purpose. That's the main thing that I like to do. Try to help people, and just to empower them to do better with finances and get in a better place as far as just basic living.
Gotcha. And that's one of the ways that I know you is providing those financial literacy courses. I don't know what they're properly called, but when we were located in the Renaissance Center downtown, I remember you hosting those credit repair or financial literacy courses in the conference room, and I always thought that was such an awesome service that you were providing, because I remember hearing people that attended those and what kind of improvements that you were helping them make with their credit score. Different people were trying to do different things. Some people were trying to buy a house. Some people were trying to get into a position where they could get a business and a business loan. And I just remember hearing great stories from different people who were coming to those. Tell me, what was the goal of those courses, and what were some of the things that was being taught?
Well, I wish I could take credit for all that, but it's a program that BankPlus had already had in motion, and then when I came over to BankPlus, they just kind of not gave it to me, but it was something that they thought that I would be good at doing. And it's basically just, like I say, it's a credit class where we teach credit, budgeting, loans. So it's just a whole gamut of things that we go over. It's about a 2.5-hour class. Generally, I try to get done in a couple of hours if people don't ask me any questions.
Okay.
You know how that goes.
I already know.
But listen, I'm all good.
Yeah.
Because then a lot of times, that's kind of my passion. When I start, on the class, and I say I be blacking out because I start going in, and I tell them, if you're sensitive, this is not the class, because I'm gonna tell it to you straight,
Okay.
as I know it to be straight. Now, it may not be, you know what I'm saying, it may not always be correct, but I generally, I just lay it to them straight.
Now, I'm curious about the way you preference that. Like, if you're sensitive, like they came to the course, they want to learn, they want to improve. So, what you mean? Like, I gotta take whatever this advice is. You don't go to college and be telling that algebra teacher or that American lit teacher, I'm not interested in the American Revolution. So how we gonna be sensitive about the proper way of improving my credit score?
Because I had to crick my neck because a lot of people don't want to hear what I got to say as far as finances.
Okay. For an example, because I came here, I'm a high 500. I'm a 540,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to get this this Escalade.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But I mean, and I mean, you asked a good question because I mean, it's possible to get that, but I mean, we just have a lot of times we have bad. And I'm not listening. I may,
What?
like I say again, I may somebody,
Lay it out there.
But we have bad habits. We try a lot of times. We try to spend money that we don't have to purchase things that we can't afford to impress people that don't care about you. Don't give a rat's tail about you.
Okay. All right.
And I mean, and I just go into the preface and say you finna make me black out. But I go into the preface of social media. And again, we'll go on to the next subject. But social media has hurt us so bad because everybody on social media is living the best life.
Living their best life.
And then we try to keep up with whomever, and a lot of times it's not as it appears. Trust me. Okay. I see it on a daily basis.
Talk to me about some of the hard truths that you've had to talk to people about in some of these classes.
Well, I mean, as saving money, putting again, and we may get into this later, but saving money, getting the habit of saving money for stuff that's inevitably going to happen.
Okay.
It's not when, it's not
Not
if, but when.
When, yeah.
And it's going to happen. And then, as far as trying to purchase a home, you definitely have to get into the habit of saving because that's a whole nother gamut. You're not going to have the landlord come over to fix your water heater.
Okay.
Or fix whatever. You're going to have to handle that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, listen, we could go over on
Okay.
that class.
Right.
But let me preface this. I do have a class coming up July 16th at Renaissance Center for Idea. So, I mean, if you are interested in the class, you can register online or stop by a bank and BankPlus.
Okay.
And we'll be happy to register.
How can they register online? What site to go to?
I have a flyer, and I have to get you one, but I have a flyer, and I'll post it on Facebook as well.
Okay.
About the classes. And like I say, when we initially started the classes, and I was doing like 50 people a month, and then then COVID hit, and then it kind of slacked out.
Yeah.
And then now it's kind of picking up. It hadn't been as the 50 people every month as usual, but now it's starting to pick up a little bit more. But I mean, I tell the truth, but it's good information, and we've helped a lot of people to reach some of the goals that
they came for.
To get the credit and get the credit reestablished.
Yeah.
There's some tweaks, there's some little tweaks. Everybody that has a 540 credit score may not be as drastic as they think. It may just be like, say, a couple of tweaks that on the credit.
And what are some simple things that people may not be aware of that they can do to see improvements in their credit score?
If you have credit cards,
okay,
and if you max them out, whatever the limit is, even if you pay them on time, it lowers your credit score because they don't figure that you know how to handle your money. So if the thing to do is, if you have a credit card, just say easy number. If it's $300, you need to pay it down to a third. So you need to pay it down to $100. Your credit score start going back up. And I don't know what other things you may have, skeletons in your closet on your credit. Okay. But I mean, that's one simple way to
Improve your credit score.
Paying your credit cards down.
What if I got these student loans from 10, 12 years ago?
Listen, that's a whole nother story. I mean,
Okay.
the student loans is nothing much you can do. I mean, one thing, I mean, I guess if you get on a payment plan where you have a low payment every month, that doesn't hurt your debt to income when you're trying to purchase a house or whatnot. But yeah, the student loans that's a monster. I mean,
Okay. All right.
Let me
ask you this. Now, I have heard this in different conversations in different rooms. Tell me if this is true.
Okay.
Where you live in your city, if you live in a low income neighborhood, could that have an impact on your credit score?
No, not really. Not with me.
Okay.
I'm not sure about anyone else, but no, we basically. I mean, not everything on the loan is based off credit, but a good percentage of it is based off your credit. But no, where you live doesn't really, for me, it doesn't really matter.
Now, when you say for you mean your bank?
Yeah, I mean, our bank and me in general, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't have an impact as far as the way the banks have, put like a red line in situation on a certain side of town, and if you live in that side of town, even if you have paid your bills on time and you're a responsible person, where somebody else would have had a 780, but you got a 710 just because of your address or the zip code.
No, I mean that is,
no truth to that.
I mean, some banks they have been caught, but that's more on the mortgage side.
Okay.
So that's more on the mortgage side. Where
Gotcha.
like you say, they put a red line around a certain area, and but listen, that's on my side. Now I do some mortgage lending on my side, and we have a grant program that the last go rounds are in September, I want to say, but it's $20,000 grant on a first time home buyer.
Okay.
But it's based off income.
Okay.
So in Lee County, the max you can make is $43,200, but for every other person in the home, it goes up about $6,000. So just say if it's a single mom or whatever, and they have 3 or 4 kids, or 1 kid, whatever, but for each person that lives in the house, it goes up like $6,000-7,000 income they can make, and we've done several. I've done several of them, and so I mean this will probably help to get the word out. And like I say, generally they happen every year, but we don't know about next year. But like I say, we have one. Like I said, just came out. Funding just came out in June the 15th,
Okay.
and then the next go round comes out in September,
Okay.
I want to say. And so, we've been doing those, like I say. And then if we can't do it, also a mortgage department has some type grant loans where you can make up to $96,000. And I think it's like $9,000 to $10,000.
Total household?
Total household.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
like $9,000 to $10,000 grant.
Okay.
So I mean, it's several things out there, and I'm glad to be on here where we actually get it out, because it's not out,
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful thing. But
That's good
okay,
information. Are there any kind of programs, grants that is available for business owners?
that's what I'm aware of.
Now that you're aware of.
Not-
Dang it.
Not that I'm aware
I tried,
of.
guys.
Yeah, listen, I get that call often, but I'm not
Okay.
aware of any grant money for businesses.
Okay. All right. So if a business owner came to your bank and was applying for, a line of credit, what are the things that you're going to be looking for from him or her to be considered for approval?
So the a lot of times people are confused that kind of like, even if their entity is set up as a corporation, they still, if it's a sole proprietor, which means that if you don't work, the business don't work,
Right.
because you're a sole proprietor. So
Right.
we would need 2 years tax returns,
Okay.
personal and business, which generally is going to be the same, because you probably go
Right.
use a Schedule C.
Right.
then, like I say, with that, since you are a sole proprietor, we would look at your credit and your debt on the personal side, because we have to use all of that. So we would use your, and some people come in with a business plan, but I mean I kind of look at it, but not really, because I'm still. Because the projections are hard to look at, because in general, and I think we've talked about this in the past.
Okay.
About generally small businesses fail within 5 years.
Okay.
50% of the small businesses fail within 5 years.
Wow.
And I think you mentioned it. Restaurants are more like
In
2 years.
Yeah.
So it's not a tough road to road to hoe, but it's going to be difficult. So and also on your taxes, a lot of people want to bring in a 1099 NEC or whatever, but we need a tax return, because we don't know exactly what you're going to write off.
Okay. So not so much the 1099s that the business that you provide service to has sent you as far as how much they paid you. You wanted to see after they went through the tax preparation process.
Correct.
To see how did that part go, because now that positions you as the banker to see exactly how did they manage their finances, what did they write off, what are the expenses that they are showing, and how, and this might be a stupid question, but allow me to ask it anyway.
No.
When you see that, what are the things that you're looking at to be like, okay, he or she is a good steward of finances, we can work with them, or you know what, this person is a red flag, we're going to decline that application?
It's not that cut dry, because
Okay.
there again, I'm trying to do the best I can to make that loan come to fruition.
Okay.
But I'm looking at the bottom line of what income it's some depreciation stuff like this, but
Yeah.
it's just what are you claiming as income
Okay.
on that total
Tax return. Yeah.
And that if you come in and you're not showing any income, it's not going to happen.
They got them two 1099.
That doesn't matter, because I'm looking at the tax return, and also I need a certified tax return. I don't want you to go to
My cousin did.
cousin did it, and then you bring it in and you hadn't filed it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
no good.
That's no good.
Okay.
That's one of the things. Like I say, then like I said, we check your credit and everything, and then also a lot of people come in with a business idea, but have no experience in it, or another thing is they don't have any, or just say if they don't have any tax returns or anything like that, and then they want an X amount of dollar loan, it's gonna be tough.
Okay.
Just a new business is gonna always be tough to get financed.
Okay. Just cross the board.
Across the board.
Okay. Can you tell me what would be an ideal situation for approval for a business owner? If they have this, and this in place.
Income, credit, a lot of times collateral, because and that again, that goes into you also want to have a banking relationship with
Okay.
with a bank, because if you come in and off the street,
Okay.
good at everything, and want $200,000 loan,
Okay.
and a lot of people will ask for an unsecured loan, bruh.
What does that mean?
Unsecured loan means you put up no collateral.
Okay. So I don't have any skin in the game
No skin in the game.
for this loan, but I still expect you to.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's tough even if you are a customer. But if you're a non-customer and you come in and and they say, a lot of time I heard people say, "Oh, $200,000 not a lot of money." Yeah, if you don't have to pay it back. Of course it's not. So I mean, you know, a lot of times, and I've had customers come in that maybe just be starting a business,
Okay.
own a home, and they say, hey, why don't we do a line of credit on that home?
Okay.
And then they'll have cash to go into the business they want to get.
Okay.
And
so what they did was a equity loan
line
from
of credit
the house.
on the house.
Okay.
And then you can use that equity to start your business.
Okay.
Because like I say, the coming in and just, and a lot of people, and also just say if you're starting a business, if you're working somewhere else, we can use that income.
Okay.
So just say if you're working for whoever, Premium Productions.
Yeah, 9 to 5.
And you know, you're making $50,000 a year or whatever. And I'm not saying you, I'm just saying if you got somebody working for you. And so we can use that income, but we still, like I say, it's debt to income and all that kind of stuff. And then with the debt to income, we can kind of see how much we'll be able to loan. But
okay.
the unsecured loans are getting tight now.
Okay.
It's just in the economy that we're in, for that amount of money, that's.
So we need to be along the 50, 75,000 for an
No,
unsecured?
I'm not saying what to ask for, because I don't know, but I'm just saying any unsecured.
Any unsecured. So business owners, you need to come to the bank with some type of skin in the game, meaning collateral, when approaching the banker for a loan to promote or start your business.
Pretty much. I mean, it just depends. I mean, you can get some small, maybe. It just depends. But like I say, it's relationships too. Because like I say, if you just come in off the street, and I may know you, hey, I know you, but you don't bank with me. But you want me to give you a loan. You don't bank with me, but you bank with Bank X that has your deposits. But why can't you get a loan from them?
They denied the application.
Well, I might deny it too, because I don't know what kind of bank you think I am.
They denied the application. But
right.
We know you from being that guy.
Yeah, but
Chip. You're in the community. You're approachable. You go to church in places where I go to church. I've heard, you help people. So I feel like you the guy to help me.
See, but listen here, helping some people will get you fired. Pretty much. Okay. I'm just saying.
Okay.
So I mean I understand that, but I'm just saying if you've been banking with somebody for 30 years or whatever, and you can't get a loan now,
or 2 years,
but they loan the money to somebody, but you can't get a loan, but you want me to come to me and want me to give you a loan.
Okay.
But you don't have deposit with me. Just
yeah.
And there again, every circumstance is different.
Every circumstance is different. So what I'm hearing is the value of the relationship.
It's huge.
Start the relationship, come in to that bank, open up a free business checkings account where the minimum deposit might be $50, $100 balance, and then start communicating. You may come into the bank just to visit with Chip or your banker, just to have a conversation, so that in that process of getting to know each other, we find out about what are things that you need to tighten up on, or certain things that will put you in a favorable light with the bank, certain things like that. And then once that relationship is established, then we can move forward with loans.
And just don't come in today and they come and open $100 account and then come back after 70,000 tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if I'm saying now, housing and things like that, but a business, if you plan on trying, hey, I got this business in mind, and you want to get a relationship, not to say that I can't approve every loan.
Understood.
I'm saying some things just out of my control.
Gotcha.
But the thing, I can't say this, the thing about our bank is I'm not going to turn you down and just say deuces.
Okay.
I'm going to say, hey, this is why we couldn't do it.
Okay.
But if you do this, and this, we'll relook at it.
That's valuable, because you didn't just, like you said, chunk the deuces and give me a blanket no. You gave me not right now.
Right.
Okay, and here's why not right now.
Right.
Which gives me homework to do.
Right.
If I'm serious, if I'm really persistent about moving forward, because I need to get this finances in order to get my business off the ground.
Right.
So if I'm serious about moving forward with that, I need to go and address these things that you just gave me, and then we can revisit the conversation. What are some of the biggest mistakes that you see business owners make when it comes to their finances?
As far as getting a loan, for me is tax. Income, not showing income.
Not showing income. What are some of the biggest mistakes you see them do after they get the loan?
A lot of times, like I say, this may come off wrong, but a lot of times, you see people start being successful, start making that money, and then the next thing you see them in a nice whip.
Okay.
Or a nice car. And I'm not on trying to hate on anybody's game.
Okay.
But I'm saying, for me, is probably trying to set aside some of that money for hard times.
Rainy day.
Because they're going to come.
It's not an if.
It's not an if.
It's a win,
it's
baby.
It's a win, and you can attest to that.
Oh, yeah. You better put something back for that rainy day.
Yeah, you have to set something back. And there again, I'm not trying to hate on somebody's gangster. But I see it a lot of times where they'll and one thing I say, if you're gonna spend money, you want to spend money on something that appreciates.
Yes, sir.
Not depreciates.
Not depreciates. And okay, and give me real quick, what are things that appreciate versus things that depreciate?
Houses appreciate.
Okay.
Stocks, I don't do stocks, so don't come to ask me about that, but I know it appreciates.
But they appreciate.
Appreciate.
Okay.
What depreciates? Jewelry. Cars depreciates.
Depreciates. Goes down in value.
Down in value. Jewelry, cars, tennis shoes. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those are just some of the examples.
Right, just some examples.
Gotcha.
And it's more than that, but I'm saying you want something to appreciate versus depreciate.
Gotcha. What are some of the metrics that business owners should be kind of keeping their eyes on monthly in their business?
Just profit and loss, I suppose.
P&L. Okay.
P&L.
Yes, sir.
So you want to make profit. You know what I'm saying? You want to make profit, and it goes back to a lot of and like I said, we had this discussion that a lot of people expect on a small business, depending on what it is, that they want to make $1 for $1. But consensus is, if you can make a quarter on $1, you're successful.
Okay.
So, $1 on $1 is going to be
not realistic.
Not realistic.
Gotcha.
So, you have to keep that in mind as far as profit. So, profit and loss is your biggest thing that you probably need to
monitor monthly.
Monitor, yeah.
I agree with you, because that lets you know where you stand.
Right.
Because you could have 2 months where, you know what, I'm in the red.
Right.
We ain't made no money. Right. Money was flowing into the account, but by the time I paid my rent for my building, my payroll for my staff, my insurance for my business, and then just those things right there. Expenses. Guess what? Expenses. We did not profit.
Right.
Money came into the account, but we did not profit.
Correct.
Which is a big deal.
Yep.
So what are how much cash reserve would you recommend a business owner have just to keep on hand as they go throughout their business, as a backup, as a safety net?
See, now listen, that's a trick question, but I would say at least 6 months in general.
6 months of reserve.
Yep, yeah. Okay. I'm saying living expense on my side, but I'm saying especially going to business, you want to probably have at least 6 months if you can get there.
Okay.
Realistically. Let me get something to drink, because
yes, sir.
You wearing me out.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm
just trying to sweat. You got me sweating, brother.
I need to get some good value from my business owners from the finance side. You're the first financial advisor or financial person that we've had on the podcast, so I really want to take advantage of this opportunity.
No, you're good. Listen,
yes, sir.
Listen, you got me sweating. But you're good. I enjoy it. I'm having a good time.
Thank you. Good deal. Many business owners pour everything into their business. They might drain the savings account, after, it's a shakeup in the market where they was laid off, and they have this great idea that they want to start this particular type of business. So, and they came to the bank, didn't have certain criterias, so the loan was denied. So if I really want to go forward with it, I'm either going to have to pull equity out of my home if I have a situation where I have a home with equity, or I'm going to have to dip into the savings fund. Now I done went all in on this with the savings fund just to get this food truck, just to get this building, or just to get the equipment to start my business. And is that a smart business move, or is that dangerous? What kind of position do you think that puts the business owner in?
I mean that like I say, every circumstance is different. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
if you have, this is what I wouldn't do. I wouldn't
Okay.
take everything out of my savings.
Okay.
Now, if I have equity in my home, where you can, you can take a risk, and the minimum effect would be that you pay interest on it until
Mhm.
you can get yourself back. But I
Okay.
mean, as far as putting everything I have in savings, that's going to be a risky proposition.
Mm.
Because like there again, that goes back to the national statistic where 50% of business fail within 5 years. So, not to say yours won't succeed, and I hope it does, especially if you bank with me. I want it to succeed.
Right.
But that's just a national, statistic.
Yeah. Things happen.
Yeah.
And we live in a volatile world.
As you said. And
Yeah.
like you said with the and like I said, we're not political, but like the tariffs came in where everything kind of went up, and
That
so
disrupted everything.
and that was unexpected.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, that changed your whole, as far as you trying to get inventory for whatever business or
Yeah.
even on lawn care, your gas went up. So I mean, that's gonna increase your bottom line because the gas went up.
Yeah. Because, and I saw this on the news the other day where they were saying that 90% of everything in not just business owners, a homeowner's home was brought on a truck.
Correct.
So if the fuel to deliver that shirt, that can of beans, that was light fixtures, whatever it is, if fuel to deliver that went up, that retailer's gonna pass that increase on to the consumer.
Man, you go to the grocery store, bro. Listen,
I
I
already
love
know.
chocolate. I'm glad, I'm kind of glad it's too high because it was wearing me out. But I mean, chocolate, man, it's like, you used to get those Snickers, like 5 Snickers in the little old pack, like $1 a quart. Man, it's like $3.
Oh wow.
So I'm just saying, in general, like as you said, those prices are passed on to us, passed on, and then the business owner. If you're a business owner, you're gonna have to make a conscious decision whether to raise your prices because your inventory is costing more.
Yeah.
So I mean, you would. I mean, I don't know. It's like a catch, not a catch-22, but I mean, it's tough. Being a small business owner is tough.
It is. Let me turn the page here. What happens to that business owner financially if an unforeseen illness or they get hurt on the job and not able to work, or Lord forbid they unexpectedly pass away, and they're that sole proprietor? How is the bank looking at that situation for the other people who are left to carry on that business? How, from a financial standpoint, how is the bank looking at that situation?
Well, that again, that with that is not a corporation, so I mean, honestly, I guess we don't kind of. I mean, we can, but we don't kind of justify you getting a loan on a succession plan, and that that's one of the things too. If you have collateral, but hopefully, if you have someone in place that wants to take over that business, then they would still have to, if since it being a sole proprietor, they would still have to come in and kind of
Assume that debt.
assume the debt and or start the business. I mean, that like I say, that is bound to happen at some point, but hopefully.
This situation, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I want
No,
to
you
clarify
good.
the
Yeah, you
question.
good.
the loan has already been approved.
Correct.
The business owner is already operating. They're 2, 3, 5, 6 years into it, and the process of paying the debt back is going along smoothly. There's no interruptions or late situations going on there. But because of the unforeseen illness or pass away of the business owner, now there's a major disruption in the business. So whether that's a son or daughter or the business is sold, there is still that debt that you guys are going to just all of a sudden forgive because of the passing away of that.
See, hopefully, hopefully we have collateral. So just say they have a building that they're
right, that they bought with the loan.
With the loan,
okay.
then that would be collateral. And then in certain situations, you may be able to take a life insurance policy, or
okay,
as as not as collateral, but as
a way to pay the debt back.
Correct. If something should happen, so I mean, it's just like I say, every situation is going to be
different. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
How important is it for a business owner to have that life insurance, just in general?
Man, I mean, not just a business, just in general. Per se, because that's one thing we all gonna die.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, it's for family security. You know what I'm saying? You want to leave some type of legacy, and and like I say, I'm not trying to be morbid or anything, but a lot of people become financially, not you, but your heirs in the future become financially stable of life insurance.
And that shouldn't be an accident. That should be intentional for every parent, every homeowner, and especially every business owner to have life insurance to cover, like you said, to cover their families so they can, continue on with their quality of life. Right. That they had when you was there providing income, because that gives them so many other opportunities with that life insurance, so they can decide, are we going to pay the house off, are we going to continue the business? Because without that, it makes your options very few.
Very few. And this also goes back to like credit and everything. We need to start having conversation with our children about money.
Oh, for sure.
And so just so you got it, because a lot of times people, they may have a business, they may pass away, and kids don't care anything about the business.
Could less. Yeah.
And so, I mean, that leaves everybody in the strain, because, I mean, it's still stuff that has to be paid. Right. But, I mean, just the basic financial literacy that we need to, hey, we may not need to get these $200 tennis shoes, or I can't buy you this because I got to pay the rent, I got to pay the mortgage, I got to turn these lights on. And a lot of times I go talk to kids, I say, hey, listen here, if you go home and you got food in the refrigerator, you got a bed, you got heat or air conditioner, you ought to be thankful every day.
Yes, sir.
And I don't have to have, and there again, it goes back to, and not everybody, but it goes back to a lot of social media again. Because everybody want and I'm not going to call no name brand because I don't want to get sued, but they want these tennis shoes, or they want this particular thing, and putting mom and dad in a strain
to go and buy these things.
And listen, I got to pay the rent. I got to
keep the lights on.
Keep the lights on. I care less about some tennis shoes.
You dead gum right.
You know what I'm saying? Look, so. But that, like I said, we don't have, and every parent wants their kid to be in a better position than them.
Yeah.
But there's some of these. No, I'm old school, bro.
I agree with you, because a lot of things in our communities, when it comes to finances, we suffer just because the conversation was never had. Financial literacy is a big deal, and I made a point to teach my kids, or I'm in the process of teaching right. my kids these things. And it's a lot that I don't know, but at least the little bit that I've learned from bumps and bruises and making mistakes and having to go and fix this and repair that over years. Right. Don't you make these same mistakes. Don't you fall in this same, pitfall, because, you're in college, and, and things are flowing well, and you got either a dorm room or a nice apartment that mom and dad are paying for.
Yeah.
And in the union or the lobby of wherever, the food is sold, where everybody congregate, you're going to have, your recruiters there. You're going to have your credit card companies there,
Yep.
offering you that easy to apply for and to get credit card. And if you haven't been educated on financial literacy and financial responsibility, you apply for that, get approved within 24 hours. Now you got $300, $500, $1,200 credit limit on a college campus without mom and dad around telling you what not to do with it. You know what's finna happen.
Listen, they're gonna be calling you. Help me out, or it's gonna ruin their credit.
And see, that's what I think happens more often than not. That situation just ruins the credit. And do you not feel like those credit card booths or those credit card representatives that came to those college campuses, are they not predators, or are they unaware that, you know what, these kids are just gonna botch this thing and end up, hurting themselves down the road? Or am I looking at it wrong?
No, you're looking at it wrong. They listen. They don't, because like I say, I'm quite a bit older than y'all. But when I went to Mississippi State, every booth you can get a T-shirt, but you got to apply for a credit card.
Oh wow!
And I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you apply for the credit card, you get a T-shirt. Young, dumb, naive. My mama had told me a little bit, so I didn't. I mean, I think I got one and got in a little trouble. But I mean, what you saying is life lessons.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I did this. I didn't been through all these, all this and all this right here, and you have to learn. But every I tell my boys anyway, I say everything you ever thought of doing, I probably already did.
Okay.
So you need to, I'm not trying to tell you what to do or how to live, but I'm telling you this right. If you do this right here, and you stick with it, it's gonna work out for you.
Those kind of things.
Yeah. But if you want to go on your own and do what you want to do, you want to be grown, don't call me.
Have at it. Whatever the outcome is.
That's on you. That's on you. I'm not going to bail you out.
Yeah.
Now, I won't say that. I won't say that. I hope they don't see this. I won't say that, that I won't bail them out, but it's going to be tough. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if I tell you.
And you still go do it anyway.
And you do it anyway,
yes,
then you're on your own.
Yes, sir.
That's a life lesson.
Yeah. Chip, what is one financial move every entrepreneur should make in the next 30 days when it comes to their finances?
Oh, see, there you go. That's I mean, see, you got me tongue-tied now.
From your perspective, from your experience, I know you said, monthly is looking at that profit and loss, looking at, keeping up with, balancing the checkings account or the finances. Right. Is there anything else when it comes to the finances every entrepreneur should be making, or maybe it's something simple, I don't know.
I mean, I guess I would say you kind of keep up with what your market is. I mean, that's probably like every month you need to sow whatever you're in to see what trends may be happening that affect your business.
Okay.
So I mean, it may be like I say, it may be inventory, it may be people don't want to get their haircut or what, what I'm saying, whatever. Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe AI is making something easier so that you don't need this person as a full-time staffer anymore.
And look here.
So now you can lighten up payroll,
right.
maybe.
Yeah. I'm saying getting rid of dead weight, but like I said, AI is a whole nother monster, because especially with as smart as these young people are, they need to get in on that AI, because that's going to take out a lot of jobs. You see it. I mean, and you may not notice it, but Walmart, when you got one person at 10 checkouts, that used to be 10 jobs. 10
people used to be there.
10 people used to be doing that.
Yeah.
Now you got one person, and I'm thankful that you're getting old. What's the alternative? But because I don't know about the banking industry with AI. And like I say, we already have like live tellers, but that's not per se.
I'm seeing more and more of those too.
But see, that's convenience for the people, because they're open from like 7 to 7
Okay.
through the week, and then 9 to 1 on the weekends. But just in general, I mean, but down south we're good about it because we want to see people face to face.
Sure do. I go in the bank.
In the bank to see them face to face. But a lot of companies are going to that AI. And then and just speaking on this, I know we probably run out, but just speaking on this, a lot of young people now that I get a chance to interact with is, if you're not into AI, you need to be into plumbing, electrician, HVAC, because they had like 900,000, they say, openings for electrician and things of that nature. You go to trade school for 6 months and come out making $80,000. Welding.
Yeah. And some folks have been in college 6 years.
Still paying debt.
And a win would be making $60,000 to $80,000
straight out of high school.
Yeah.
Welding, $60,000. But then again, you need to look financial literacy. Look, well, you're gonna make this money, but this is what we need to do with it.
Yes, sir.
We don't, you know what I'm saying? But AI can't build a house. AI can't fix plumbing.
Yeah.
AI, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're saying now. Lean into some of those blue collar careers that still is going to be needed regardless what the technology is doing. You're still going to need those particular positions because you still need those to operate in the world.
Correct.
Okay, I got you.
Yes, sir.
Got you.
Yes, sir. So
what
yeah.
up? Yes, sir.
Go ahead. No,
okay.
Go ahead.
What financial advice do you wish someone had given you early in life?
Save money and quit trying to floss for folks.
Okay.
That was a hard lesson to learn. It hit me when I was about 35.
Save money and quit trying to impress the Joneses.
Yeah. Because, like I say, nobody cares about your situation but you.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to listen. I'm trying to get to a point where I can go fishing. I don't have to. My house is paid for. I don't have no cars, and you know what I'm saying. And then I don't. I can live. I don't want to work till I'm 75.
Yeah.
And then somebody else spend the budget. My daughter, listen, gonna run through it. But I want to enjoy. Me and my wife, to where we can enjoy each other.
Yeah.
And enjoy life without, I got to get up and go to Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
go to
and still
Walmart,
trying to make a living.
Still trying to make a living. And I'm not, listen, game is tough. I'm not saying anything about, anybody hustle. Because you got to do what you got to do. And if I have to do it, I'm going to have to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, I'm trying to plan where I'm trying to get it where I can just you know what? I love BankPlus, but it's time for me to go home.
Yeah.
And go fishing.
You're right. And enjoy the rest of the days the Lord have blessed you with,
right,
in a safe and enjoyable way where it's not, you 70 years old and you still trying to go clock in somewhere,
right?
Because you haven't planned for your retirement, planned for your financial future once you're done in what my mama called the rat race.
Yeah.
Chip, what is the biggest financial myth that business owners believe when it comes to finance?
That they're gonna make it.
Okay, what do you mean?
That they're gonna
make the money? Or?
We're gonna make the money. We're gonna be successful. We're gonna make $1 million in 1 year, and everything gonna be flowers and.
But we have to have some level of optimism, or otherwise, what's the point?
I agree, but I mean, and again, I'm not wishing anything bad on anybody, but
yes,
I mean, it's probably other businesses like yours. Maybe not as good as yours, but if you could come up with something that everybody needs and nobody has,
okay,
then we could talk about $1 million in a year.
Okay,
but I'm just saying, if I mean, not to say copycat, but there's a lot of stuff. Just like in Tupelo, we got 15 chicken stands, chicken restaurants,
chicken businesses. Yeah.
How many different ways can you make chicken?
But they seem to be prospering.
I listen. I suppose
they doing something right.
Yeah, somebody is. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just it's just that it's tough. I mean, realistically, and it goes back to the thing about if you can make a quarter of every dollar, you win it.
So having realistic expectations as far as your gains. Don't expect to get rich overnight.
Correct.
Do your research about whatever your industry is and save for a rainy day, especially when you finally start making some money.
Right.
Put something up. Don't feel like the need to wear it or show people that, hey, I'm making money now.
Right.
Look what I'm driving.
Right.
When it's bean and weenies, or you barely having a decent meal at the house, but you got the latest 2026 vehicle to drive. Chip, how can people?
Yes, I was gonna say because I mean, you people that move in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
That's who got the what I'm saying, folks that got the budget moving the dog. They don't and a lot of times when people come in the bank and I tell them, I'm like, muddy shoes, hat on backwards, old raggedy pickup. Bro, that's who make that money.
And dirty clothes.
Yeah, dirty clothes.
Yeah,
that's who making that money.
They just left a job site.
Right. They're not on Facebook. They making that money. And so I'm just saying, that appearances not always, I don't have to. And then again, let's go on to the next question.
Yes, sir.
Before I get in trouble.
Yes, sir. Chip, if anyone is seeing this and want to connect with you, want to learn more about your credit repair classes, how can they find out about that information? How can they connect with you?
My office number is at BankPlus, but I mean, you go to any branch, they can tell you, they can get you in contact with me. But if you want to call me, it's 662, my office, 662-407-4223. I don't know if I need to give my cell number out because you call me.
Just keep the work number.
Yeah,
just keep the work number.
Call me before 8 and after 6, it's gonna be a problem.
Chip, thank you, man, for coming on. I appreciate you.
Man, I enjoyed it. I appreciate the invitation,
sir.
Man.
And I appreciate the information. I hope my viewers find value in it. And guys, until next time, be blessed. I appreciate you, brother.
Man, that was it. I enjoyed it, man.